Hey everyone, how's it going? Welcome back to my channel. In this video today, I'm gonna show you around the Mercedes-AMG G63. Now, if you don't know, G63 or the G-Wagon is Mercedes' iconic SUV which was initially built in the army back in the 80s. But then as time went on, Mercedes updated it to be more for public use. And now this is the latest generation of the G-Wagon. And the particular car we have with us here today is the AMG. So that means it has a big twin turbo V8. In this video, I'm gonna show you all around it. Alright, so we're gonna start up front by talking about the front design of the G63. As you can see, it's really boxy. So let's talk about first the headlights. As you can see, it has the iconic G-Wagon circular headlights with the daytime running lights incorporated into them. But one thing you'll notice is this. Now this is the turn signal. Now instead of incorporating it into the headlight, Mercedes have kept it iconic to the G-Wagon and placed it up here. So when you turn on the turn signal, it actually lights this thing. And then moving on from the headlights, let's take a look at the grille. Now this is Mercedes-AMG's Panamericana grille, which means it has the vertical slats in between them. And the Mercedes logo, as you can see, has also the sensor for the adaptive cruise control built into it. And right in the grille, we also have the AMG logo. Then as you can see, you have very aggressive front bumper designs and the same turn signal on this side also. So that's it for the front. Now let's take a look at the side. Now at the side of the G63, as you can see, it's completely square. It has its iconic boxy shape, and one prominent thing at the side is this vertical line that goes all from the front of the car all the way to the rear. It also has an AMG logo inbuilt and a V8 bi-turbo, signifying that this isn't a regular G-Wagon. Then you can also see that this car has exposed door hinges. Now Mercedes could have covered it up, but they've kept it iconic and left the door hinges as it is. Now let's talk about the wheels. Now as you can see, these tires are massive because this car is essentially very powerful and it's also built to go off-road. These are Pirelli tires, and as you can see, they are very good looking in design, and they also have a red brake caliper with AMG logo embossed on it. Then you have the silver running plate all around the car, and then down here you have the quad exhaust for the car. There are two pipes on each side, two on this and two on the other. Now that's it for the side. Now let's go to the rear. Now at the rear of the G63, the first thing you notice is this huge spare wheel which they have mounted on the back, and they covered it with a nice AMG cover with silver on the side. Then right here you have the G63 logo, and the AMG logo is on the other side. And then you have the tail lights. Now these tail lights are full LEDs, and this is the brake light up top in red, and then this is the turn indicator. And now let's open up the tailgate. In order to open the trunk, you actually press this button right here, and then you pull it. And as you can see, it opens sideways. Now first thing you'll notice, it's really spacious. I mean, since it's a boxy design, you can fit anything you want. You have more than enough space. Then you also have this red red leather back here in order to match the rest of the interior. And all in all, I'd say that this is a pretty good luggage area. And in order to close this, you just slam the door back up, and then it's closed. Now here is a look at the key. You have the Mercedes logo and AMG logo and unlock and lock. And you also have the falter back crest back here. Now one thing you might be wondering is, where is the backup camera? And the backup camera is right here. It's actually under this cover. So when you put the car in reverse, it actually pops open. So that's it for the outside. Now let's take a look at the inside. Now to unlock the door, you actually press this and then pull the door. So if I press this, I can unlock it. And now when I unlock the door, you see this logo. This says that Mercedes-Benz G Schaukel Proof. Now Schaukel is a mountain in Austria where the G-Wagon is developed, and they actually test the off-roading capabilities of the G-Wagon in the Schaukel Mountains. And the next thing here is the AMG logo, which actually illuminates at night. And now let's take a look at the interior of the AMG G63. To start the car, you simply press the start-stop button right here. Now if I press this, it comes into life. As you can see, the V8 has now absolutely roared and the steering wheel comes down. Now first, let's talk about the steering wheel. Now this is AMG's traditional steering wheel with AMG lifting at the bottom and flat bottom. You also have Alcantara here on the sides. Now you also have paddle shifter since this is a performance SUV. And the next thing you also have are these controls. Now these controls are actually used to control the display at the steering wheel. Now if I were to press this, I can actually go into AMG performance and have a look there, or I can go and change the look of how these look. So I can go into design and I can go into sport if I want a more sportier look. Now as you can see, this is a more sportier look with your G-force meter down there and your other performance data on the other side. And you also have, like, you can show navigation on here and anything you want. So it's a really nice display. Now let's talk about this main infotainment system. Now this is Mercedes's old MBUX system, so it's not the latest one, but you control it using this panel right here. You use it on this scribble wheel and turn it in which way you want. You can go into vehicle and you can choose many. Let's go into dynamic select, and I can change many performance settings down here. I can take a look at engine data if I want to, which is really cool. And then if I go back, then I can have look at vehicle data, dynamic data, and anything I want. So it's a really cool display. And you also have the your climate control display right here, so it shows what temperature you're on. Now aside from the infotainment, you also have these three buttons right here. Now since this is a G-Wagon, it's pretty heavily focused on off-road, so these are actually diff locks. This one locks a central diff, this is for the rear, and this is for the front. So you have all the you know that this car is capable of going anywhere you want. And then you have these wonderful climate controls down here, and to control the climate controls you have the controls right here. And then you also have this beautiful IWC clock right here along with some other controls. And then these controls are also here. Now this button is used to select what mode you're in. So if I press this, you can see it comes up that now I'm in sport mode, now in sport plus, and as you can see the exhaust valves open up, now in sport, now in comfort, and in individual. So let's put it back into comfort. Now this is to put the car into manual mode. Then this is to put the car to adjust the suspension. 1 light sport, 2 light sport plus, then back comfort. This is for the traction control. This is for the radio volume, for the exhaust valves, for the camera. If I press this, the camera comes up, which is really cool. If I press this, then you can open up the camera if I wanted to, the 360 camera. Here it is. And then this is for the low range, so if I want to put the car into low range mode, so that's also really cool. Then down here you'll notice that this car also has the Burmester 3D surround sound system. So that means you have one speaker on each door, then you also have one up here, and then at the back you also have some other controls. Then as you might have noticed this thing. Now this is an iconic feature of all the G-Wagons. Every G-Wagon has this, and this is basically for your passengers, something to hold on to if you're going off-road, and that is really useful. Right here you also have the window controls which are mounted on the top, so you have some better control. Then right here you also have some controls for this safety system that this car has, along with the light controls and the electronic parking brake. And that's it for the front. Now let's go at the back. Now in the back of the G63 you have the climate controls for the 4-zone climate control that this car has. Then as I said, you also have the Burmester surround sound systems. And if we speak for legroom, you have more than enough legroom, and the headroom is actually really good, so you'll be really comfy on a long distance ride. Then you also have an aircon vent right here to stay cool. That's it for the rear. Now let's talk about the engine. Under the hood of the G63 is a 4-liter twin-turbo V8 that produces 577 horsepower and 627 pound-foot of torque. And as you just heard, it sounds absolutely amazing. And as all AMGs, it also has a plaque on the engine that shows the name of the person who's built it. Alright guys, that's gonna do it for this upload today. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Also, let me know down in the comments below, what would you have, the G63 or the Lamborghini Urus? That's it for this time. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing and also turn on the notification bell. It really helps a lot. That's it for this time, and I'll see you again very, very soon. Peace.